So by show of hands, let's see what we should do on rates. Don't forget, the guiding principle is inflation. Inflation at 2% is the target of the Bank of England. That's what if you're on the real MPC, that's what you're supposed to think about. So the question is, if you were on the real MPC this week, would you vote to put rates up or keep them the same or lower them? First, anyone would vote to lower rates, please. Hands up. 1. Next, who would vote to raise rates? None. Although there are some commentators talking about potential raise later in the year. And who would vote to keep them the same? Okay, so let's go around and just have a quick view on the key, just very quickly, 10 seconds on that vote. I'll give you my view. I voted to keep them the same. I think, having said that, we may have to put them up in a few months, because the government is not causing inflation to diminish. It's still spending lots of money. It's not tackled things like welfare. It's not tackling, in fact, some of its taxes are inflationary, like air passenger duty, and later in the year, if it goes through with it, fuel duty. So really the only policy making that can grip inflation is money supply, and I want to hold it or even put it up at a later stage. That's my view. I'll come to you in a minute, Kerry. I'll put you in the middle. Let's hear from Luke. Luke, why were you a holder?
Due to the energy-related sort of inflation currently might be masking broader disinflation in the wider market. Hopefully, the inflation on energy prices is transitory, and we start to see the position settle over the coming months. So that's the view as to hold. The sort of broader UK economy is fragile at the minute, with the cooling labour market. So in an ideal world, we would like to be bringing rates down, not taking them up.
Yeah. By the way, what's your view if it does get worse, that we'll have to go up? There's not a shoo-in that they're going down, is it?
It's not a shoo-in, no, because it'd be a similar situation to the fallout from Russia-Ukraine. We've had this playbook in the quite recent times.
All right, Steve, you went to hold. Your main point?
Yeah, sentiment really. I think people are nervous. I think we don't want to scare people away at the minute from investing, looking forward. I think if we put the rates up, people will batten down the hatches even further, and I don't think the economy can afford for people to do that.
Dave, your reason?
Yeah, I completely agree with everybody. It's too much uncertainty at the moment. I think we've just got to find out what's going to happen in the next couple of months. But I'm with you, to be honest. I think the only way in which they can combat it is look at an increase 3-4 months down the line, unfortunately.
Terry, let's hear from you. Just because you're a dissenter doesn't mean you're wrong. You can be in the minority and be right. What's your reason for wanting a cut?
Just a slight reduction, I just think would help with businesses thinking about investment. And offer some more stability and predictability, really. So
I suppose the other thing about money supply, inflation being caused by too much money in the economy, is that if you are going to have big increases in petrol, whilst at the first round they are inflationary, they are also taking money out of the economy. So there is an argument there. All right, Kerry, thank you. Becky?
I voted to hold because inflation really could have a sort of quite serious impact. We think that higher oil prices could have a 0.5 percentage point increase onto the inflation rate. So that's the thing that really is going to be driving their decision making.
Richard, I suppose you are really the sort of turkey that votes for Christmas, because your personal profession is better if they went down, but you've taken a bigger view. What's your reason?
To be fair, you summed it up really. Mine was a reluctant hold. I would have preferred to have voted for a drop to try and kickstart the property market. But now is just not the time. I think we've just got to see where we are, keep everything on hold as it is at the moment, and wait and see what the next few months transpires for everyone.
Okay, and Jonathan, you get the last word.
I'd describe it as a cautious hold at the moment. I think we're going to have to see how this sort of plays out. I think obviously there was an expectation that we'd hopefully be talking about rates coming down before all of this happened, but unfortunately I think we might have to prepare ourselves for the fact that they may need to go up again at some point in the future as well.
All right. Well, there we are. A bit of a sober and depressing shadow MPC. Sorry about that, folks. We'll just have to smile as we go through all this, and we'll see you next time with the Yorkshire Shadow MPC.